Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm a little stuffy, trying to get over this cough and this cold because this weather is atrocious. So it's the end of BookTube games. It's the end of February, my birthday month, and today is my birthday. So it's gonna be a pretty long wrap up. I've read 12 books this month, and I think for it being such a short month, it was like a freaking record. 12 books? Yep, 12 books. So I ended up listening to 3 audiobooks, which were on Scribd. I listened to Her Pretty Face, which I gave 5 stars. Genuine Fraud by E.K. Lockhart, which I gave 4 stars, and The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, which I gave 3 stars. My favorite one out of the 3 audiobooks was Her Pretty Face. I just enjoyed it so much more. Genuine Fraud was okay. I still enjoyed it, especially the whole stealing identities and going all over the place. The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle was not my total favorite out of the 3 audiobooks that I listened to this month. And it was the last one I listened to. So after that, I was like, yeah, I'm good. So I just didn't understand the whole jumping from body to body to figure out the death. Like, it was just too much. And then ebooks, I ended up reading Beneath the Scarlet Sky, Milk and Honey, The Diviners, and Misfit City Volumes 1 and 3. Misfit Cities, I was able to read on Scribd. I'm enjoying that series so much. I will continue reading the other volumes if Scribd has it available. But Beneath the Scarlet Sky and The Diviners are both on my TBR to read on my Kindle. So I'm glad I was able to get to them. The one I didn't get to was Year 1. That's okay. That's okay. So I gave Beneath the Scarlet Sky a 5 because it was a historical World War II fiction based on Italy, like what the Italians went through, and I found it very interesting, very refreshing. I needed to cleanse my palate from like all the science fiction and stuff like that, and it did a very good job. I ended up reading Milk and Honey. I borrowed it from Kindle. And it was nice poetry. I enjoyed it. She hit home, and it was just, I love poetry. I write poetry, so of course I would love poetry, but every time I'm able to request poetry books from Kindle, snatch it right up. The Diviners, we did a buddy read on Twitter, and at first I wanted to DNF this book so bad because, oh my god, the main character's manner of speaking was triggering, but I understand that's how they used to speak back then. But everyone else spoke normally, so I was just like, why are you doing this to us? But it left a lot of things unsaid, untouched, undone. So now I feel like I have to get book number 2 just to figure out what's going to happen. But I guess that was the whole premise of it, is to introduce us to everyone, but not really introduce us to the magic system, because most of them didn't really come into the powers or know really what they were doing. So it was really interesting and weird. I did give it 4 stars. I was being harsh in the beginning, and I was like, oh my god, I wanted to get off this book, and I was gonna give it 2 stars, but the ending caught me, so I gave it 4 stars. Misfit Cities Volume 1 and 3, I gave it 3 stars. It was interesting and cute, so I have no problems with it. Oh my god, the garbage trucks. The 3 physical books I did end up reading was, the first one was Cricket Kingdom. Look at that, so pretty. I mean, it's Leigh Bardugo. It's Cass Becker, Sis Whole Squad. I give this book 5 stars. It was amazing. I mean, don't judge me, but I loved it. I loved Sister Curls more than Crooked Kingdom, but it was so good. Then the next one I read was Cersei, which was Camp Half-Blood's book read, and it was interesting because I love Greek mythology. I gave it a 4. If not, it would have been a 3. I mean, nothing really happens. Cersei was just too mild-mannered. The only time she really got any revenge was on men. She didn't bother doing it to her family, who basically, you know, treated her like a piece of shit. So yeah, this book was okay. I personally wouldn't recommend it. Then the last book that I just finished literally yesterday was King of Scars. King of Scars. I gave it a 4. I felt a bit disappointed by this book, and the reason is because it made me feel more empty. It didn't really delve into Nikolai. It was more about Nina and Zoya. It finally went into Zoya's backstory. Nina's off on an adventure for Fajarda, you know, doing her stuff. Zoya's always next to Nikolai. I see her feelings growing for him and his growing for her, but like nothing comes to friction. Like, I want their romance to bud. Like, please, leave where I do. Give it to me. Give it to me. Like, don't throw hints and then not give it to me. And then we get introduced to another character, but yeah. I mean, the ending was interesting. Like, the ending, I screamed. I was like, this cannot be happening. How the hell could she end this book this way? Like, the last 100 pages was what made this book a 4, because the first couple 100 pages, I was like, oh my God, why do I have to read this book? I can't believe I waited months for this. But the last 100 pages redeemed itself, so I'm just letting you know you're gonna probably be triggered by this book because it's not about Nikolai. It's more about Nina and her adventure, what she's doing, which is slow paced, and Zoya just being powerful, like following Nikolai, like trying to protect him, I guess. Yeah, but it was not really about Nikolai, and that had me so triggered, and I have no idea. But yeah, that means in total, yes, I did read 12 books in February. I don't know how well I'm going to do in March. Most likely everything will be on the Kindle. I did manage to start reading The Nightingale. I'm up to page 51. I don't know if I'm going to get through most of this book today, but we will see. I mean, all I want from a birthday is some peace and quiet. So, yeah. So, yeah. Those are all the books I read. Let me know what books you read. Did you read any of these books with me this month or in the previous months? And if you had similar opinions as me. It's early in the morning and I need to finish my coffee, so I can't talk like a normal human being because that's just who I am as a person. But yeah, I'm trying to be more what's that called? More descriptive with my wrap-ups. I'm not very good at this, but I know a lot of people enjoy wrap-ups because it gives them like a quick summary of a book and they're able to like read it and stuff like that. So those are my opinions. Take them with a grain of salt. That's just how I feel about the books. Don't judge me. That's all. Goodbye.